yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what is going on, all you happy hashers out there? I'm Nemesis, and of course, I've got my man who's kind of a little nasty, doesn't want to show himself tonight because he was a hard-working guy over there all day for the last couple of days. My man, Crypto McKell. Are you? Can you even lift your hand up at this point with all that work?
I pulled a muscle in my back.
That's horrible, man. That's I like to call that proof of work, right?
I mean, you could, yeah.
Right. Sweat.
Definitely considerable.
Right. Even
it's a
like
POS, proof of sweat.
Right. Which is a direct hash function of proof of work.
Right. Yeah, man, it's been hectic trying to get all that stuff situated. For most of you that maybe don't know, my house came.
Woo!
So I know, only 5 months behind schedule, but whatever. So been painting, but painting here where I live is a chore right now because it's like 100 degrees outside. The house doesn't have electric.
Does the paint even dry in that condition?
It dries real quick. It's real humid.
That's usually whenever I see it having an issue.
It'll sprinkle a little bit, it'll sprinkle just a little bit, and then just nothing. So then it's dry the rest of the day. Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried painting in that, and I've actually watched the paint sag on the wall. You're like, oh my lord, it is humid in this house.
Yeah, it's hot, man. It's hot. Don't die making the homestead. Man, I'm trying not to.
Uranus is like it dries before you can paint it. It's like on the roller.
Oh man, for sure. I mean, I would just paint a little bit, in one room, let the wall dry, and I'd go to the next. But before I'd even go to the next room and start setting up in the next room, it was already dry in the other room. Well, might as well just stay right here and finish what I'm doing.
Right. Oh yeah.
It's been interesting. That's for sure.
So now that we are now post EIP 1559.
I know, man. Since I've been so busy the past couple of days, the house came the day the fork happened, and I was like, I need to see what's happening, but I can't. And then I'm nowhere near any of my computers or anything. This is I'm on my computer right now. This is the first time I'm actually fully looking at some things, and this is disgusting.
How percentage wise, how bad of a hit did you take?
As of right now, check. Not too bad. I was maybe 10%. Maybe. So, I didn't really lose much. Estimated earnings so far, my estimating earnings have not really gone down much. But I'm also mining the layer 2 polygons, so I'm not taking the big cut I'm not getting a big cut taken out by the fee when I get payout. I get to skirt that because Ethermine still pays the fee as long as you go to Polygon.
See, I refuse to utilize a second layer to do this workaround.
I was already on the layer 2 before all this happened.
Yeah,
so
I never went
really
that route.
I was like, cool. I'm still getting more. All right, I'm cool with that for now.
So I mean, from my point of view, for if you're comparing it now, we can't compare it to the whole DeFi boom there was at the beginning of the year. I get that,
right. But
if you compare the last, I want to say 3 weeks, where fucking Ethereum mining damn near fucking flatline. It was like beep, beep,
yeah,
beep, just doing a whole lot of nothing. Nothing's changed on my end.
Yeah, I mean, her what I'm making hasn't really changed much.
Yeah, I don't see any different.
They have.
I just know that it won't spike anymore. We won't see any more of the crazy upticks.
How many colors are your skin, Crypto? Three different colors. Pink, blue, and Caucasian.
Call it white or cream or
Unknown
eggshell.
says 19% down. As far as Ethereum, I'm getting. Kayla says 15 to 20%, not counting network growth of 25%. Correct, Kayla. Because or Kyle. It says Kyle. Yeah, Kyle. Sorry. Yeah, the network did grow, oddly.
Yeah, Uranus. They didn't. Weird. This is the rug pull that everybody now gets to witness. That they didn't fix the fee structure with Ethereum.
Oh no!
All they did was they told all the miners to go fuck themselves with their centralized platform.
I'm gonna pull up transaction street real fast. They said it was Kylie last night. Oh man, they got you last night too. Poor man. So, looking at transaction street, man, the median ETH transaction transfer fee right now it says it's $6.57 is the current median fee to send for transaction, but the median contract fee is at almost $52 as it is currently, and it's fluctuating a lot. Like at least within 20-30 cents every block, it looks like.
Hey, guess what? It's no longer the miners' fault for this.
They're probably flashbot pillaging too. Oh, dude, you know it. Flashbots are going nuts right now. Yeah, it's weird, If anybody's curious, the median Bitcoin fee is 23 cents.
Right.
Bitcoin forever.
Right.
Ethereum just got broken. Yeah, Ethereum has been broken, but
it wasn't in all of us.
It's not broken. It's hurt now.
Right. They took a special needs child that's as special as its creator. And they now Tanya Hardinged it with a knee blow. So now it's walking all fucked up now.
But the weeble wobbles, but it hasn't fallen
right,
down.
It's like, oh God, I'm going to still keep going here. Hey, boss, it's not so good today, boss. No, it's not good today.
It's not good today, boss.
Oh, yeah.
I have a feeling I should dump any of my ERC20 tokens I may have. I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, ERC20 tokens aren't tied. They're tied to Ethereum's blockchain. They're tied to the network, not to Ethereum themselves. But of course, the Ethereum network relies on Ethereum for gas. So it's kind of catch-22.
Right. So, I mean, it's like, and this is where, like, I'll butt hurt people on this one. These protocols have been around long enough. They should be able to adopt what Ethereum's doing and make their own. Stand on their own network, on their own merits. You are basically trying to tell me that you're going to build your stuff, try to call it decentralized when you're running on a centralized platform that has only
not necessarily.
It is just they should be able to take Ethereum's blockchain and just fork it for themselves and not be dependent on a centralized platform.
Right.
You're getting
you're not unusable. Our ERC20 is usable? Unusable. I mean, yes and no.
Because that's side chain
project layer.
Yeah, that's side
really
chaining
on the project.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Polygon is kind of an Ethereum network, but doesn't technically rely on Ethereum at all. You don't need Ethereum's gas for the Polygon network. You need Polygon, but Polygon is an ERC20, so that's kind of one of those things you have to like pick your project. Does that make sense?
Right.
Ethereum as a coin is hurting.
Oh yeah.
As like a platform and project, I don't know. I can't really say yet.
Yeah, I don't know how it. Like if
because they are two different things. Ethereum network and Ethereum coin aren't the same thing.
Right.
In like all reality, they're based off the same code, but they are not the same. But they do rely on each other.
Yeah. I mean, but it is controlled by the Ethereum Foundation. You know, so I mean, it's like, yeah, the Ethereum token itself is not Ethereum, true. But nothing on the network will move without it. So I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, I just see
it's a hard catch, man.
I see this just really crippling how Ethereum is, and people are gonna start seeing this. That, oh yeah, these fees are standardized pretty high now. Awesome.
Standardized, I mean,
but the Ethereum price is going up, so this is a trade-off. But remember how cheap it is to send Bitcoin right now, you know.
Yeah, this is true.
And Bitcoin's just getting better from here, buddies.
We're on a little dip right now, but I mean, Ethereum broke over $3,000. I mean,
yep.
I knew it would go up, but I mean, I don't know if what's been running up today has been really because of anything that Ethereum's done.
No.
I think it's more along the lines of everyone.
because
everyone's buying a lot because of the sanctions that were going on.
But nobody is. If 90% of the time, whenever you would see that, like the price would have already been adjusted in, your major whales would have already grabbed their handful of Ethereum before the EIP 1559. That's that run up that we saw to $4,000. That was the run up that everybody needed to catch. Can it do it again? Yes. If it depends on how high Bitcoin wants to take a tear this time.
Right.
But other than that, I'm not seeing Ethereum being able to sustain the pricing the way it is. If they can't sit there and fix two things: outrageous gas fees from arbitrage bots and scaling.
Yeah.
Their big thing is you could have high gas fees. I'd be cool with that if you could figure out how to scale. But that would also fix the high gas fees.
Yeah. It would do you wonders to fix this problem.
Right, one little problem that, guess what?
You fix one, you fix multiple.
It's not even fixed on ETH 2.0.
No. Uranus says you can't. It's like you can't even cash out your ETH at 10K because the gas is too high.
Yeah.
Yeah. As more the price keeps going up, the gas is going to keep getting higher. I mean, what's gas at right now? 110.
I have no idea how many goy that is.
Yeah, 111.
Oh, ouch.
It was at 98 when I first checked it like 10 minutes ago. It's disgusting. I mean, in like theory, it should be great for miners. Gas fee. When I got high gas fees, it's great for miners. But now it's like high gas fees, and
how come
we're still losing a little bit of profit?
Right.
Because we don't get it anymore.
But this is all because of us, though. Because we're still here, the gas fee is high. It's
People
always our fault.
Complaining about Ergo got wrecked because too much hash power. Is that true? I'm gonna pull up mining stats.
It could happen.
It could have. I mean, everyone.
It happened.
Everyone goes off of like what Demine says. So
yep.
What Demine said it was the most probable, which it did for some cards.
Bitmain did that to Dash.
Yeah.
They fucking flooded the market with the Dash miners, and it put a huge sell pressure on Dash.
There we go.
And I'm not sure. Huh?
51%. Nanopool's 51% right now.
Oh man.
That's terrible, man. Everyone just went for the most profitable thing. No one gives a shit about spreading out the hash.
No.
That's called greedy miners.
And that's what Vitalik Beauty. He's like, oh, it'll spread the hash power around to other places too, so it's okay.
People are just gonna go to what to mine, put in their cards, and figure out what the most profitable coin is. And everybody did that on the same day.
Yep.
And like, oh, what's the most profitable thing to mine now? So everyone's moving their rigs over, and then this is what you get. Everyone goes to there, and then on what to mine, it even tells you like the top pools, and they're like, oh look, this is the #1 pool that they recommend. Let's go to that one.
Yep.
And this is what you get: 51% on Nanopool. Not even Hero Miners. Like, Hero Miners has 21%. 666 pool. CN. They only got 10%. They deserve more for a name like that. 2 miners, not even registering on the percentages. Like it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah. This is what happens when
somebody
changes the rule.
Too much hash rate. No, not get off the network. They need to change fucking pools.
Right.
Stop.
Spread the hash rate out.
Hash rate out. It's not anything about the network. It's just everyone's on one pool.
Stop being greedy and do it where you're supposed to be protecting the network at the same time, not leaving it vulnerable.
You gotta spread the hash rate.
Oh, gots to. It almost happened to Bitcoin back in the early days, and the miners all got together and they redistributed.
It happened on Bitcoin for years, only because there was only,
a few pools.
One or two pools at the first time, 51%. So, like, 51% is not like a bad thing. Like, it is. Like, it's part of the network. It happens. But it's our job as miners to spread it out and to fix the problem.
Right.
If you give one pool too much power, that pool has an incentive to do something wrong. Like Nanopool could do something wrong. I don't think they will. They've been around way too long to ruin their reputation. But owning a pool owning 51% means they get most of the blocks, and gives an opportunity for double spends because they own all the percentage of the pool. Yep. So it's our job not to let that happen. Pools are just tools. They get used in many different ways, but you can use a tool the wrong way. $5 wrench can cause a lot of problems. I think I've chugged my second bottle of water since I've been home just now.
Nice.
Take it easy by throwing water in there. Blah. Be like my dog. My dog likes to do that. Just slurp up all the water he possibly can and then vomit on the fucking floor.
Oh shit.
I'm like, yo, dude, why you gotta do that? It's gonna rain tomorrow. Boo. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's been happening.
I haven't had rain all week. Just a little bit of sprinkling. So, from a miner's perspective, the drop is about 10 to 15%. What do you mean, like an ETH hash rate or like ETH profitability? Yeah, that's a good way to look at it right now, anyway. I mean, I'm not just mining Ethereum personally. My 3060s are mining Conceal because what to mine won't tell you that is a very profitable coin for the 3060s. They actually don't even give you the hash rate for it. If you click 3060 and look for conceal, it tells you there's no hash rate. Or it doesn't tell you there is one. So don't always trust what to mine, first of all. Always do your own research.
Yep.
You can take their stuff as suggestions, but you should always look for yourself. Because they are going to show you what they want to show you. Let's see, right now I'm pulling about 5,000 hashes on conceal. So it's I'm making about $7-8 a day for my 3060s, which is really not bad for two 3060s. They don't make that on Ethereum. They hadn't before the fork either. They had been on concealed for a while now, because they only get partial hash rate anyway. So I don't know. They do better on there for me.
Right, because it unlocks it. Yeah, it unlocks because it's not such a memory intensive algo.
Right. It's Kryptonite GPU, so it's like running really cool. They run nice and cool. Don't have to overclock any of my cards. Just blow wattage away. That's it. Wattage is the control. But you just gotta watch out for that kind of stuff, because if you go into what's mine and you put in 2 3060s and you have all your other cards too, it says you'll make whatever it is, but then you look at it and you're like, oh, that doesn't seem right, and it's not. So you gotta be careful. It's not always the case. The best way to really find out is, if you want to look at each one of your type of cards specifically as a singular card. Figure out what that one card does. Don't look at all of them. You have a mixed rig, you need to look at what each one of those cards does.
Yep.
And what's more profitable, and then you can kind of decide what you want to do. But you need to be aware of the whole situation.
Yep.
It's the time where you just have to be conscious of what you're doing. Nobody wants to see anybody lose profits or anything like that, but you gotta watch. If you don't watch it, it'll come back and bite you in the butt if you're having to pay for electricity and stuff. Oh no, and now you're mining Ethereum. Oh, I gotta cash out. Holy crap, I gotta send a lot of extra Ethereum. I just lost out 30% of my profits because I lost it in fees.
Yep.
That's where it is. Yeah, your profitability may still be up on Ethereum, but the moment you go to send that Ethereum is when you start losing that profit.
Yep.
Hard. Then to go sell it, and then you take a nice cut trying to transfer it. You gotta look at the whole picture.
True that. That's why even with how I'm mining and everything, it's just you gotta pick where you can see the historical drops in gas fee, and then you just send out there in those times.
Yep.
It helps. It's a little inconvenient.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Keeper of the code, would either of you consider buying an ASIC at this point with the doom and gloom of GPU mining? I mean, I'm not a huge ASIC fan, but ASICs are profitable. I mean, that's kind of the way it goes.
Yes, me.
I don't know about an ETH ASIC right now.
No. It'd be depending on your electric rate. ASICs are a great option, but it's an industrial game. First, you want to pick a coin that that's got the longevity on there, because you don't want to be sitting there spending money on hardware for something that will end of life. That is Ethereum. So now you're looking at some other ASIC.
Oh, you don't sell your Bitcoin, Jason Tiger Osborne. So I convert everything into Bitcoin and sell my Bitcoin. No, sir.
I mean, if you needed to live off of, I understand that. Yeah. But if
I use other coins to sell, if I'm gonna like pay for bills. I mean, I've been full-time mining for a while, so like I pay electricity bills with I pay bills, but I don't send it in Bitcoin. I usually send it in Litecoin because it takes less time and the fees are cheaper. That's really the only reason why. It's just faster, and I get to keep. In my head, I still have the
He's saying he was joking. He's trying to redeem himself over here. It's like, I'm always joking.
You're gonna get me triggered.
And Tech Man, I used to have L3s.
Yep.
L3s, all firmware modified, overclocked, all that good stuff.
Does anybody know if they came to a full decision today? I was trying to watch it. DeFi Trader was he was live streaming like the whole day, and I was watching all his painting, but a lot of it was silent. And they were talking about the sanctions and stuff, but I didn't catch the end of it. I don't know if they all voted yay or nay. The Democrats were all voting against it, of course.
Oh yeah.
Republicans were all voting for it, so
yeah,
Republicans.
Right.
Not trying to get political, but
no, it's pretty sad that it's like you have a group of people that clearly do not understand what it is they're talking about, trying to think that everybody in America is all in crypto is hiding their funds from there. I'm sorry, but I sat there, I paid my taxes, I showed my capital gains on it, I showed my capital losses on it, I paid my taxes. I did not hide anything behind that, so it was like, it's kind of stupid how they're trying to say that everybody's hiding money in crypto, and it's couldn't be further from the truth.
You should know what you're talking about, Jeffrey. So I've been doing it wrong based on what you're saying. I'll do more research. Doing what wrong? You never do anything wrong. Nothing's ever wrong, ultimately. You can always change. I'm curious to know what you're talking about.
Right.
And congratulations, Goblin, for using the correct Artix MX4 this time. You're learning.
Right. You tend to only make you only make mistakes one time. At least I hope so. Sometimes you forget, and then you're like, oh shit, I did the same mistake again. Damn it!
Sometimes you forget, and then life gives you a nice little reminder. Oh, using what to mine to decide what to mine as a
yeah.
You
So
gotta watch it, man.
Yeah, for sure. Because
and not only like what they were talking about up in chat a minute ago is if you have like 3 GB cards or 4 GB cards, like the 470s, like it doesn't list those. It lists those as 8 GB cards. So you have to like scroll over the card and like see what it says, because some there are other cards that have different types of memories. 1060s,
but it's almost worth like sitting there and just plopping it down onto one and be like, okay, what's it gonna hash at for a few moments? Okay, let me record that down. Now you got a baseline, and then you can sit there. It's like I've gone through and baselined all of my cards for a lot of the algorithms that I've gone through, and then you let it hash for 5 or 10 minutes, see where it hashes up at. And you can get a really good idea of where your cards sit on any one given algo, and you don't even have to worry about what to mine says. It's you plug in the hash rate, how much wattage you were using, your how many what are you paying per kilowatt, and then let what to mine calculate from there. It's actually a pretty good tool when I use it like that.
You can even enter the cost of what the hardware costs you. And it'll do that for you.
Right.
I mean, it's a good tool.
It's a tool.
It'll also tell you exactly what everybody else is doing. That is the best thing that it does. Is that if you put in your card and you figure out what the most profitable thing is, everybody else did it too, and that's what they're doing, and that's what they're mining.
And I use a few different ways of being able to measure all of that, and as long as it's like using 3 different ones, I'll kind of see which one wants. As long as they agree within a range, I know one's not way off basis versus the other, and then I'll let it get me to a payout, and then from my first payout, I can calculate how long it took me. Go, okay, on average, I should be right around here, which means I get payouts in this amount of time. This is what I should get every week. This is what I'll get every month.
100%.
And sometimes I've actually had it where a lot of them were just way off kiltered because they hadn't adjusted for a difficulty drop fast enough.
Right. There's most pools actually have it built in too now. So like if you're mining on a pool, they'll usually tell you what your predicted payouts are going to be and stuff like that. And those are usually pretty on par because the pool themselves knows what the difficulty is, what the adjustments are, because it's pool.
Nice. Jeffrey's like, just the process and the journey has taught him quite a bit. He's comfortable switching around, and he's running on 1070s. My man, I got a whole fleet of those.
Mining gobs of Raven and Ergo last 2 days. Currently on ETH with the RTX cards. Raven 1070s. Nice. Mm-hmm. Very nice. Yeah, Gold Wolf. Them pads, man. What kind of 3090 is it? Clearish, oily substance.
Yep, those are the pads starting to dry out. When it stops dripping, the pads are done.
Yep. Time to replace them.
Yep. I've got to do it to mine. Mine, I've got all on the bottom side of my 3090. It's just like all the fuzz is stuck to the oil. It's like, that is so nasty.
You're like, what is that? An MSI. Oh yeah, for sure. Change them pads.
Mine is the EVGA. My EVGA does it too. It's not dripping, but it's like, how does it get like a moist spot on the back side of it going vertical away from where oil would drip off from and have... I've never understood how the thermal pad oil can defy gravity.
It does, man. Sometimes you see it, it's like outside the back plate, and you're like, how did that even? It's
on the outside of the back plate going up, and it's like,
yep. You're like, I'm confused.
That makes no sense. And I've got a Delta fan blowing at the back plate to keep the back plate cool, so I'm not overheating any of the VRMs on the back side at all. I'm trying to give this card its best chance, and you would think, even if them thermal pads were dripping a little bit, with that 250 CFM fan blowing on that bad boy, that it would actually keep the oil blowing right at the PCB coming down to the riser. But no, it still can defy 200.
Yes, exactly.
It'll defy even wind. Never understood it.
Yeah, you can't mine Raven with 3 GB cards, J-Land. Does not work.
No.
4 GB is the minimum. Only because it's like the DAG is like 3 and some change.
Yep. And they don't have a fix for Kapow.
Uranus. Electromagnetic fields inside the enclosure. Explanation for the pads dripping up.
Yeah, right. Yeah. They get so warm that the electromagnetic field puts it into an alternative universe where up is down and down is up.
The world will never know.
Right?
It's magic.
Oh yeah. So it's like, in the long run, it's like I've been getting people, oh, what should we mine now? Oh my God, Ethereum's dead mining. You know, it's like, guys, just hold down, hold up.
Okay, guys, it's okay.
Just let the market like get the stupid out of it, and then let the in it for the money only miners get out. They'll need to capitulate too. Once it shakes those people out, mining returns to somewhat of a normalcy of how it goes through cycles for mining.
Says the Force, that's how Darth Vader was created inside a GPU mining rig.
I know, Gundy. It's like ETH is dead. So yeah, you should sell me all of your discounted GPUs because they've been hashed on. I'll keep them. I'll clean them up and everything. You can sell them to me as is. As long as they still
take it off.
Right. I'll clean them myself. Don't even worry about cleaning them. As long as they still work, I got it, dude. Shh, Goblin. Shh. Ban Goblin over here. He's trying to like spread hope over here. No hopium over here. We cut those bottles off.
No hopium, man.
You just retracted it. Too funny.
You're funny. You just laugh, man. We were just kidding, dude. You're funny.
Only
it
Elmer.
Unbelievable that you deleted it, though.
Only Elmer Fudd. Release the food. ETH's dead.
It's done. I released the FUD.
I released the food. It's done. It's over. They're going proof of stake.
Maybe.
It's over.
Sometime.
Shh. Just tell them it's happening.
Sometime in like a couple weeks, maybe.
Yes. See, it could be from now until the time it happens.
Oh, I see. Yeah. It'll definitely happen.
But it will happen.
Sometime.
Sometime between now and when it happens. And when it happens, you'll know.
You think ETH might back on 1559 if it gets really bad? I don't think they can.
Yeah.
I don't think they can go back at this point for that. It's possible, but they changed the entire fee structure for Ethereum 1.0, as they call it.
They can just add in. They can easily add in code to sit there and put a redirecting line in there instead of it going to a wallet address that they created and then created the address for it and then supposedly destroyed the wallet, the access to it. It's still going to a wallet. It's
These
just
fees are just like crazy, man. Like sitting here watching the total ETH they've burned since this happened, dude, is 11,000 ETH. That's ridiculous. They're just burning it. You're like, man, we're making too much for these people.
Yep.
1,000 ETH.
Oh yeah, they can sit there and just with each one of their upgrades is kind of a fork of the code. So anytime they make a change on the code base layer, they have to fork it. So all they have to do is just add code into there saying that
$37 million.
You know,
have been burned since the 5th. It's ridiculous. And at current prices too.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, all I can say is Bitcoin's paid out more to miners than Ethereum is, but Bitcoin ain't had issues with their shit either, showing that they're with rolling back blockchains and stuff like that.
I'm surprised no one forked it, to be honest. I'm surprised we didn't get like a second Ethereum Classic or some stuff like that.
Right. Because they would have to have they'd have to have devs to break off to do that.
I mean, really, they need a bunch of miners to do that.
No, you still need somebody to implement a different version of that of the forking experience, because they would have to implement the London fork. They have to put in the London fork no matter what. So this was inevitable. Otherwise, the Ice Age would have been implemented for the difficulty bomb. So the fork had to happen. It's just merely of what they put into the fork would have to be different, and that's how the difference between Ethereum and DAO is that. Because it was an unscheduled fork of the code for Ethereum to roll back its blockchain, they had a split in the dev community, and so they actually had maintainers for ETH Classic. So I don't think they had anybody that was going to go against the narrative.
Hash rate doesn't really seem like it's gone down too much, to be honest. They're basically, it's fluctuating, but I don't think it's gone down. It kind of got spike up because of the price spike up. Put it in memes. He says he clipped the get the stupid out of it. How does the clipping, how did it work out? I'm curious how the clipping feature works.
Well, I mean, they are down a little bit. They got to almost 600 terahash, and then now they're at, so they've lost about 50 terahash. So they didn't really lose a whole lot at all.
That's funny. Listen to the clip. That's funny. It's okay. Don't worry. Get the stupid out of it. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny technique. Makes a unique URL. Interesting, yeah. YouTube.com/clip, and it gives you a unique code tag. Right. And it lets you name it. It says the clip, get the stupid out of it. That's funny. I like it.
Oh, it's too funny. But that's how it's gonna be. It's it's like the market's got to shake all the people that shouldn't have been here. That they were purely speculating on the market, be like the stock market, and always go up. Not how it works.
Also go down.
Yeah. It's like, you're a hardcore miner when you can just mine through the worst times and be like, yep, I didn't turn my shit off. No. Might not have made any money, but whatever. I'll pay that electric bill.
Right. As a miner, that is our duty.
Right.
That said duty. Yeah, I've seen that Zerg pool is allowing people to get paid out in like USDT and USDC, which is interesting. I think a lot of pools will start doing that because ultimately it's cheaper for the pool and for you. You don't got to pay your fee to convert to that. But if you are doing that, eventually you got to have gas. Raspberry Pi. I'm the broker now.
I don't know if the rest of the people can see that, so I'll bring this over here, and bam. It's like, look at me.
No, I see.
I'm the broker now.
Rise of Master. Oh, yeah. Now y'all see it.
Yep. I realized it. I'm like, oh, it's looking at the wrong screen. Wrong screen. Oh dear God. Look at me. I'm the broker. Fear the Raspberry Pi. I need that over here.
Yeah, I love you, buddy. He said had a 25% drop with the 1559. Good thing Cassies are so low now.
Right. Oh yeah.
It's a double hit, man. Wait.
Oh yeah. I'm like waiting for how they're gonna gaslight this. You know, it's like how are they going to explain to all of their users why that gas fees are still fucking outrageous and us miners have no control over that.
Right.
We never did have control over that, but they fucking gaslighted these fucking people to thinking that this was all us. That's like these politicians thinking that they can call us a broker, like we could sit there and censor any fucking transaction, let alone get any information behind the transaction.
Yep. Other than knowing where the transaction's going.
Right. And that would be, can you make the system please censor itself? I've got to be able to mine, I have to be able to mine whitelisted crypto only. Oh, wait a minute. That one mining farm tried to think that they could do that and found out they can't. Damn.
They were sadly mistaken.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do it. No, you can't.
No.
It's not how that works.
Just like CZ thinking he can roll back Bitcoin to fucking get his money back.
Out underneath my desk. Go.
We got that Doge Lord. Yo.
Cat's kicking on my feet with his tail. If I move my foot, I'm going to get bit though.
No, because Uranus, they can't even do that because you're trying to say the MEV or Mu? Are you trying to say that cat coin is the issue? Or you're talking about the MEV?
Mu, I would assume would be my Ether wallet. It's my Ether wallet.
Yeah.
Mu. I don't know if they have anything to do with it though.
No, they'll try to say something about it's all the MEV stuff, but again, that gets put into flashbots. They could. I'm sure there's somebody having a field day with the flashbots now.
Oh, they are.
Going, it peaks now. This is more than worth it because now we can hit it up, and we have an upper threshold limit. We're not losing as much money when we do this now. Yo, what's up, nerd?
With a Raspberry Pi. That's right. I'm not sure, Gallo. I'm curious of that as well. I was watching most of it today while I was painting, but I didn't catch the end of it. I don't know if they ever fully voted.
Yeah, whatever I saw that, like, they were like saying that they're close to an agreement. That was from the Democrat side trying to say it. So I don't think they did. Because they want to sit there and basically stifle innovation once again with overregulation. And it's really kind of funny that the provision is only protecting the miner.
Right.
So, proof of stake or any other consensus model is not falling underneath that category.
So I thought they passed if it's off to the house. I hope not.
No, I didn't watch the whole thing. Makes me want to like quickly like look this up.
Yeah.
What the hell is the bill called? The main portion of it. It was the
Infrastructure bill.
oh yeah. The infrastructure bill pass. It says it looks like it did.
Yeah.
But I wonder if the provision got put into there which protects the miners. It's not like they'd be able to really stop anything. I have to do a little bit of digging in to see if that amendment got approved with it too. Not sure.
Looks like it did. Yeah, correct, boss. They don't have any way to really enforce it, but now they have a way to go after any miner that they want. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They have a reason to go after somebody.
Yep. Yep, this is like a lot of stuff that they tried to do out in that chickadee China, and they're gonna think that it's going to. They think they're gonna make more tax dollars from this, and if you sit there and you push this out into the fringe, you're gonna have a greater problem of tax avoidance. It's like they made whatever for any of the people who are willing to take that risk. You know, it's like they're gonna do what it takes to protect themselves, and if that means I can't report how I earn this money.
Sounds like a lot of people are going to be solo mining.
Mm-hmm.
Not mining to a central pool.
But at the end of the day, how are they going to sit there and stop it? If you were mining to a random pool that doesn't have any spot where it resides.
It's going to be interesting, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what the house is going to say now about it. Lots of exchanges and pools of clothes, yeah. Especially ones that are here in America.
That I think is what they're trying to do, Tech Man. I think they're trying to crack an initial, basically starting up their provisions to start banning Bitcoin. It's too much of a competition to the U.S. dollar, so it's time for them to ban it before they implement the rest of their socialistic programs, because it would hold them accountable. But it doesn't need the SEC's permission. It does not need the U.S. government's permission. China has never been able to get Bitcoin out of their country. There is reasons for this.
Oh my goodness. I cannot. I just ran across this article and I'm gonna cry.
Huh.
Better check if your power color card still has its adhesive covers on it.
Oh my god.
They sent out a 6700 XT by Power Color, and as you can clearly see, those thermal pad covers are still on there. Melted. Oh my gosh.
Oh. That's almost as bad as MSI only thinking you should only cover the very center of a memory module. You don't need to cover anything else on this chip. Just the very extreme center. Everything else is unnecessary waste.
That's crazy.
Oh my god, yeah. Wow.
Elvis says, no. Tech Man, no freaking way. Yeah. Yeah, right?
Yeah, Kyle.
That's what I said whenever I seen it. I was like, no.
Control it, understand it, so they'll fear it. Yep.
Oh my goodness. Power code.
Yes, nerd. They are going to shoot themselves in the foot of innovation and fall behind. Oh yeah. As more countries that have been robbed by the U.S. dollar printing machine jump on board with that glorious Bizzity Bitcoin, they will find out how far behind they are, and they're going to hate themselves for it. But I think I think the rejects that are living in those seats will be like little kids that even when they're showing they're wrong, they're gonna kick and scream to try to say how much they're right. Tech Man, I don't know if you're older than me, but when in your lifetime has there ever been real leadership in any of these countries? They've been printing money for decades.
I think I was reading, 40% of our current debt was actually for everything last year.
Oh my God, yeah. We went up 50%. We inflated the monetary supply of M1 by 50%.
That's disgusting.
Our country owes like over $128 trillion too. There's no way that this country could ever pay its debt. No. Not in any of our lifetimes could it happen. But now we take orders partially from the industrial medical complex.
Yep.
Gundy, shh. That's their secret. If they can crash it to zero, it is an insto de facto default on obligations. Nerd. Now I'm gonna test your knowledge on this one. At which point in time, when they were separating gold from dollars, are you talking about? Because 71 was just them sitting there and saying, "Oh, we've just moved on to a full Ponzi system." But you can go back a little bit further, where they took us off the gold standard whatsoever and went into the Bretton Woods system, which was the basket of metals. There is nothing. They can't go back to the gold standard. They can't go back to a Bretton Woods system. There's no way. All they can do is just continue the Ponzi scam and kick the can down the road. Damn, yeah, I mean, yeah, when Gox got hit, it was super fringe. I wouldn't say illegal in the United States. It was just something that nobody was accepting, really. It was just small niches of people. Well, now you're with that account, nerd. You're talking about going back into the 1800s when you looked at something, you're like, oh, this is a silver nickel because it was silver. But then you got to sit there and it's like, when did they start diluting those coins? It's the same problem that that the Romans had. They did clipping in the Roman era. We do our own version. Right.
Alright. I'm about to head out. Make me a show. I'm hot.
Yep. This man needs to get himself unnastified. That's why you can't see his little baby face over there tonight, because his baby face is a little disgusting. Man, you ain't 30 yet, dude. You got that baby face. You shave that beard off, you look like a kid.
Next month, man. Next month. 1 month left. I'm in my 20s, right? There it says 1964 is his final answer. Needs a hose. That's right.
1964 had silver in it, but it was like a little scotch of silver. It wasn't pure silver. They haven't had a pure silver coin in decades. That would go back into the wild, wild west. It's like I would sit there and push that your thought process and say it's whenever they started thinning that metal out, when it was no longer 100% pure silver coin. Yeah, and I agree with that, nerd. It's just that if somebody wants to take the verbiage literally, they can shut down mines in the United States that. But at the same time, it's like if they're paying taxes, do you really want to kill the tax revenue that's coming in? If they're paying more percentage of taxes than the average single business in their area. I think people will take money over stopping. It's if they think that somebody's like not paying their taxes, I think they're gonna rickroll them. No, Kyle. Gold paper markets are manipulated down not to hide the inflation, but because the banks have been betting against it for the longest time. They're artificially holding that price down so that they can accumulate the gold at a cheaper rate. They are buying it. They are the number one consumers of gold and silver. J.P. Morgan is one of the number one holders of silver.
Yep. JP.
These banks are trying to suppress that price because they don't want the gold bugs to be, ha! We told you! We're right! Now the nerds are coming up behind them going, we made our own gold. You can't suppress it without buying it. And when you buy it, it's visible. You can't artificially suppress the price on shit.
It's true fool. Word and word.
Right. It's like, everybody just remember, all fiat currencies have all gone to zero throughout history. Not one currency has ever survived. Zero. And I do not put gold and silver because that's money, not currency. And with that, guys, since it looks like you guys are all slowing down on the Chizzity chat,
smash the FAs.
Right, smash them FAs. Get the FAs out into the Chizzity chat while you're smashing that Lizardy like button, guys. Yo.
Yo, your face is rolling. make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe button, that little bell notification. So anytime that we go live here on the channel, we would greatly appreciate that. If you want any free knowledge, you can join in the Discord down below. And if you want to join the Patreon, we'd greatly appreciate that too. Get you some behind the scenes knowledge.
Woo. Woo. And but they still don't know how to mine Bitcoin. That is true, nerd. Very true. Very true. And Uranus don't know if it's gonna be pumping. Don't really. I personally don't care if it's pumping or dumping. Either way, you stack sats and hodl. Yo.
Right. We love you guys.
And with that, we'll definitely see you all on the next one. Yo.